Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
A death investigation in Pike County has left a family and community shocked after state police say foul play was involved in the death of 74-year-old Hazard Miller. WYMT's Jordan Mullins spoke to Miller's family.
On Sunday, September 18th, 74-year-old Hazard Miller of Feds Creek left his home to hunt for ginseng, said goodbye to his wife, and told her he would be back the next day. A few days later, on Monday the 21st, after being away longer than his wife and family expected, the family reported Miller as a missing person, and the search quickly turned sour.
They said they found a body, and then we found out just a little while after that it was him, and it was devastating for the whole family.
The family and community Miller left behind was devastated after his body was found just off of an old mine access road in the Phelps area of Pike County.
He was a really good man, good husband, good grandfather, great-grandfather. Kids absolutely adore him, and he liked to flatfoot, and he's trying to teach all the grandkids to flatfoot, and he was just fun.
And the case remains under investigation after foul play was confirmed on Wednesday.
The death investigation of Hazard Miller is still an active, ongoing investigation at this time. At this point in the investigation, we are able to confirm that foul play was involved in the death of Hazard Miller.
The family that is desperately looking for answers is offering a reward for any information.
He did not deserve this from nobody. I have no idea why anybody would want to do this.
And the family and KSP continue to search for who did this and why. In Pike County, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Trooper Coleman says you can call KSP Post 9 with any information regarding the death of Hazard Miller at 606-433-7711. All tips can remain anonymous. We now have the name of the person who was killed in an officer-involved shooting yesterday in Middlesboro. The Bell County coroner tells us 41-year-old Daniel Ledford was the one who died in that shooting. The coroner says Ledford was taken to Frankfort for an autopsy. The shooting happened around 8 o'clock last night. Police have not released any other information about what led to this. The Pike County School District is responding after 2 teachers from the Kemper area were arrested this week. WYMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to officials about the incident.
2 calls in one night.
Within 6 hours, this individual was arrested twice for almost identical things.
Joshua Priest was arrested Tuesday around 6 p.m. after Pikeville police officers received calls that he was passed out in a car at the Buckley's Creek intersection. After 12 a.m., officers responded to another call at the Stone Coal intersection, finding Priest behind the wheel of a different vehicle.
That is dangerous in itself. Being parked in drive, slumped over the wheel.
Priest and his wife Suzanne were arrested on drug-related charges after officers say they woke them up and found a baggie of what they believed to be heroin alongside a syringe in plain sight.
They not only saved other people's lives, they saved the lives of the operator and his passenger, which happened to be his wife.
But the calls were still coming, this time to the Pike County Board of Education, where the Priests worked as teachers.
As superintendent of the school system, my #1 priority is safety for my students. And when we're notified of these kinds of things, we have to handle them harshly and swiftly. And we have. We will not tolerate this kind of thing in our school system.
Joshua was a teacher at Pike Central High School, and Suzanne taught middle school at Kemper Elementary.
Mr. Priest resigned his position as teacher in the Pike County school system, and at the same time, we met with Miss Priest, and we relieved her of her duties as teacher.
Superintendent Dr. Reed Adkins says the district will always act in the best interest of its students.
It's really unfortunate. It's unfortunate, again, for our school system and for both of them as teachers.
Saying families should always know their students are safe. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Officers say the situation was dangerous for everyone involved, but the outcome could have been a lot worse. A special day for a group of inmates at the Pulaski County Detention Center. 8 of them are set to graduate from a welding course at Somerset Community College this evening, participating in the re-entry program to receive their welding certificates. This all in an effort to turn their lives around and get back into the workforce upon release, something Pulaski County Jailer Anthony McCollum says is inspiring.
It's very nice to be able to see them encouraged and knowing that there's people out here in the community that want to see them succeed, and it's very encouraging to me to know that we have people in the community that are willing to step up and take a chance on them.
The graduation ceremony is underway, and we'll have a recap tonight on Mountain News at 11.
Beautiful sunny skies yet again around the mountains today. We've seen some high clouds work in, but otherwise it's been a fantastic evening out there. We see on the Mountain Parkway at Slade this evening. Just again, a few high clouds as the sun continues to set. Weather-wise, looking pretty nice. Again, a few high clouds, I-75 at Mount Vernon, but hazy sunshine in place. As like I've been saying, those shadows getting longer as we inch closer and closer to sunset this evening. Temperatures now uniformly below 80 everywhere. Now in the upper 70s in the Cumberland Valley, mid 70s in the Kentucky River Valley, and low 70s as you head up toward the Big Sandy. Satellite and radar showing clouds beginning to work into the Cumberland Valley. That's why we're starting to cool off quick. They should, though, begin to decrease as we head later on into tonight. Some patchy fog possible in those normally fog-prone spots as we drop into the middle 50s for overnight lows tonight. We've got some nice days still on the way, but shower chances are not far away. And I'll have the details on that coming up in just a bit. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. The Commonwealth's COVID-19 numbers continue to decline. Governor Beshear announced 2,510 new cases of COVID today, increasing the statewide total to 691,363. Unfortunately, deaths remain high, though. There were 53 new deaths reported today. That's after more than 80 yesterday. This brings the death toll now to 8,770. The positivity rate is about the same as yesterday, a little more than 10%. You can always find the latest COVID information on our website at WYMT.com. The largest single investment in the history of the Commonwealth was announced earlier this week. Governor Andy Beshear highlighted this project during his Team Kentucky update this afternoon and shared more good news about the state economy. WYMT's Zach Hawk has more.
The largest single job announcement in our history is how Governor Andy Beshear characterized the state's newly announced partnership with the Ford Motor Company.
All eyes are on us. All eyes are on Kentucky, and we're just getting started.
The nearly $6 billion investment is expected to create 5,000 jobs and have a larger impact on the Commonwealth's economy, noting the impact of existing manufacturing in Louisville.
13,000 employees in 2 Louisville facilities, but that generates almost 120,000 jobs with suppliers and distributors and the rest. This may have even more potential than that.
The good news continues with Community Wellness Technology, located in Danville, making a $15 million investment to create 445 jobs.
Every region deserves prosperity, and we are seeing jobs in more places, and we have more interest than ever before.
Harbor Steel and Supply are also investing in a facility in Bowling Green, which could create 25 jobs. In the COVID-19 portion of the update, the governor shared a vision of numbers on the decline. Cases, hospitalizations, ICU incidents, and ventilator usage are all down, but overall numbers remain critically high. Zach Hawk, WYMT, Mountain News.
And the governor did praise and credit the General Assembly for working together to get important legislation passed during a special session that allowed some of the investments to move forward. The Appalachian Regional Commission announced 40 fellows that will take part in this year's Appalachian Leadership Institute, and out of more than 100 applicants, 1 local medical professional made the cut. Dr. John Jones, Medical Director at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky and Hazard, is being included in the Appalachian Leadership Institution's 2021-22 class. This program empowers leaders from the 13 Appalachian states, highlighting educators and healthcare professionals among several other career paths. Dr. Jones will participate in a 9-month series of skill-building seminars that will help him impact the Hazard community.
I mean, it was really great to be accepted to the Appalachian Leadership Institute. ARC has done a lot of really good work for our area over many years. So it was really just an honor to get accepted because there were, I think, 115 applicants that they chose from throughout the entire Appalachia region from New York to Georgia. So I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
The program will begin this month and participants will graduate from the program in July of 2022. Local Eastern Kentucky businesses are being hit with high demand from customers, but the supplies are hard to get during the pandemic. WYMT's Jade Saylor spoke with business owners about how they are being affected.
When the pandemic began, local businesses were suffering from the shortage of customers. A year and a half later, that is no longer the case, but they are encountering a new problem.
It becomes an issue with demand to meet the supply where we didn't used to have these issues.
Demand for the products are high, but supplies are hard to get, which is a big problem for H&D heating supply owner Jamie Nichols.
Basically anything that has to come from overseas is a slow getting here.
Not only has the pandemic affected the availability of products, but customers are panic buying some of the items in bulk.
Filters is real hard to get because of the pandemic. Everybody's changing them often.
And one of the biggest issues owners are seeing is prices are skyrocketing to even get these already scarce products.
Some prices is more than doubled on things.
Sheet metal is a popular product at H&D Heating Supply. It can be used for shipping, car manufacturing, medical and electronic parts, and more.
That sheet metal is, it's went from $15 a sheet to up over $100 a sheet.
Stephen Prosser, the owner of Hazard Coffee Company, says they are trying to wait it out without increasing prices for customers. But coffee lovers, you may be coughing up a bit more money for your daily fix if this doesn't end soon.
The cost per pound for importing coffee has increased about 50 cents a pound.
Both owners are trying to stay rational with ordering products to save their customers' bank accounts. In Hazard, Jade Saylor, WYMT Mountain News.
Jamie Nichols at H&D Heating Supply says the best thing local businesses can do is not overpay to overstock. He's hopeful the prices and product availability will return to normal sooner rather than later. The COVID-19 pandemic pushed state officials to temporarily change the way driver's licensing issuance and renewal is handled. Those changes, though, are taking a more permanent shape by creating regional offices that will serve almost half of all Kentucky counties by the end of October. Additionally, an online system for renewal was created, and an old system for renewal is set to resume on October 1st.
The mail-in renewal program will resume statewide, allowing citizens through the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to re-up their driver's license without having to make that trip in.
Governor Beshear says this offers flexibility, but also offers a service that is ready for the future. The Mountain Arts Center has some shows on the horizon, one with some hometown ties. Teddy and Bobby Cyrus are set to hit the MAC stage next month, bringing some bluegrass sound to the Prestonsburg stage. Executive Director Joe Campbell says the duo is one to keep an eye on, recently having collaborated with Billy Ray Cyrus on a song called Roll That Rock.
They're on the rise right now with some bluegrass songs and IBMA awards, and Teddy is a member of our Kentucky Opry. Probably some surprises for that show that we can't announce yet, but really cool surprises for that show.
The show is set for October 16th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are available now.
And you can keep the umbrella put away, but not far away. I'll have the latest on when rain chances return to the forecast on the way.